Uh, it's an honor to take part in this keynote speech in this meaningful event. I am Simon Kang, CEO of BonAngels. I'll take it from here to talk about how Korean VC helped out startups, especially what BonAngels did, and what is our next vision to work with ASEAN people. 13 years ago, when nobody cared about startup, even barely knew what startup was, my co-founders and I started to invest in early teams. Some of them even didn't have product. In fact, we were the first early stage VC in Korea, first generation entrepreneurs who shared the same vision, gathered and raised seed fund to seed money for next generation. I myself was also startup entrepreneur before decide to work as an early stage investor. At the time, so many people thought that what we were doing was very risky, even sometimes considering us as a donation organization. Being seed investor was challenging, but we didn't think about uncertainty and just kept moving forward. We were glad to be mentor, incubator, accelerator, and partner, not only being investor to young entrepreneurs. So, we named ourselves the pacemaker. By developing business that never existed on Earth before through the process of relentless perspiration and countless failure, therefore we need to be pacemaker for young entrepreneurs so that they could keep going on rather than giving up. Now, we become the heart of ecosystem in South Korea. This photo is our annual startup entrepreneurs networking party last year. We have been 180 portfolio startups as of now, including overseas teams. 13 of them were acquired. We are operating the third fund in the size of $50 million US, and proudly, we are the first investor of 2 unicorns, Woo Brothers and PUBG. And moreover, another many promising startups are trying to be new hero of next generation. However, rather than just talking about the number we achieved, I'd like to emphasize the meaningful ecosystem we have cemented. Our achievement is very unique as we didn't get any aid or funding from government. And also, there was no inheritance. And everything was solely by strong band of entrepreneurs by themselves. Furthermore, entrepreneurs got investment from BonAngels when they started their startup, became successful entrepreneur, then came back to BonAngels as partners to pacemaker for next generation. Furthermore, 15 startup founders got investment from BonAngels when they were young and got nothing, eventually and willingly became this fund LP for next generation. The ratio is over a quarter of total fund size. It's 13 million US. This is evidence that we generated self-sustainable virtuous cycle in startup ecosystem. Around 2016, I felt it was time to dive into new challenge in Southeast Asia. It was time to expand our partnership into Southeast Asia. I would say Southeast Asia is changing quickly and generating new opportunity of innovation. In brief, as you know, growth and penetration of mobile technology is rapid. People can be quick to adapt new things, and also governmental support has been very powerful. And also, I feel closer and familiar when working with ASEAN people due to three factors. When it comes to population size, many countries in Southeast Asia and Korea are quite similar at under 100 million people. Culturally, historically, we are very close together rather than with Western countries' people. And lastly, there's a less time difference. As you know, within just 2 hours, it's very useful in business. So I'm confident that I can be good friend to Southeast Asian entrepreneurs and can share my experience to startups in Southeast Asia. In my opinion, Korean people have some characteristic to good as a business partner. Firstly, Korean people are very creative and innovative. For example, the creatives from Hallyu content and ranked #1 in Bloomberg Innovation Index this year to evidence this. Secondly, Korean people are not biased or religious. Since we have, as you know, multi-faith society, so we can easily accept and understand the differences. Lastly, basically, Korean people are practical and diligent. So, at first, BonAngels just invested in Korean entrepreneurs' local startup. But from 2017, we start to invest in local founders' startup in Southeast Asia. I believe that was the right decision. They are reliable, full of energy, and have better understanding of local market. So we gradually increased the number of overseas teams, reaching more than 20 startups in Southeast Asia. And now, again, we are being pacemaker for Southeast Asian entrepreneur startup. We link founders so that they could be pacemaker for each other. So this connection creates the Greater Asia Network. And also, we are bringing so many Korean venture capital into Southeast Asia. We explain many opportunities in local market and sometimes introduce them to many Korean bigger venture capitals for next round fundraising as a follow-on investment. I believe the seed we spread in each country will develop their own self-sustainable ecosystem from which we can draw growth and innovation. Furthermore, this spread can bring the bigger and strong network, giving more chance to startups in Southeast Asia and Korea as well. I have a dream. That's to contribute to self-sustainable system encompassing all of Asia. Thank you for listening. Thank you.